Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and we are back with the best of. This time we are looking at Tier 2 TDs, as you can see. Now, we have quite a choice here of TDs. The only nation that's missing is China. Don't know if you can hear that, but we currently have a thunder plus hail plus wind gust kind of storm going on, so sorry if that's showing up on the video. But anyways, hopefully we won't have a power outage due to a lightning strike. Hope not. Okay, anyways, yeah, Tier 2 TDs. There is quite a bit to choose from. And I think most of you already have one in mind that you're gonna like the most. You know, it's just one of those tiers that has one particular tank that most people like because, yeah. Anyways, let's take a look. 125 HP, they're all around 120 mark, so, you know, it's not much between them. It's 5 HP between all of them, difference at most, so not a whole lot. They're all pretty light. I mean, they're low tier, so what do you expect? The heaviest is the T18, for obvious reasons. The engine, I'm not 100% sure. I don't have them all upgraded, obviously, but again, you know, they're tier 2s. They're not going to be lightning fast. Yeah, engine power at this point isn't really important. Now, traverse speed 28, 36, 32, 27, and 30. So, most maneuverable is going to be the British. Which also has, I do believe, the high speed limit. Equal with the American T18 actually. Huh, didn't know the speed limit was that high, nothing. But now we get to the most important part. 51 millimeters of frontal armor. This thing has better side armor than most tanks have frontally. Actually, 32, 10, 16, 16, 14. Yes, this thing has better ass armor than the other tanks frontally. Oh my god, I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad. Crap. Wow. Rate of fire we'll look at in a second. Gun traverse 44. That's actually quite high. That is on par with the Russian and much higher than the other three. So that's sort of important. It's nice to be able to swing your gun around. View range, well, you know, they're all pretty similar. Some are a lot better though, actually. The French, these are open top basically, and this is not. So the view range on these are always going to be better. View range is okay on that one. Yeah, the close top ones only have 240, 250. So view range wise, it depends on what you want. If you want good view range, you need to go with an open top. If you want better protection, you go with a closed top. Simple as that. But tier 2, you don't really have to be afraid of artillery all that often, due to the range of artillery still being an issue. So open top or not, artillery wise doesn't really matter in that tier. Not much high explosives go around either. You don't have KV2s to worry about, or SU-152s, or you know, those kind of guns. So open top in this case doesn't matter. Now, so armor wise, the T18 wins hands down. I think we got another boom incoming. Just saw a flash, maybe. No. Okay, so yeah, we did have a boom incoming. Anyways, the gun selection. Let's spread them out. Okay, so on the T18, you have the choice really between a howitzer gun and a what do you call this? A normal gun. So you can go with the big bada boom, but you know, inaccurate as hell, longer aiming time, rate of fire is half, or you can go with the more accurate, more penning kind of gun that is more consistent damage. So this really is down to what you like. It's that simple. Some people prefer the howitzer, some people like the more accuracy, more penned kind of gun. So really down to your own preference. I personally would go with the normal gun because I think that howitzers, sometimes they can one-shot things, or a lot of times, but they can also be so unreliable where they do absolutely nothing. So I tend to go for the more accurate, more penning gun, but that's just me. On the British we have fairly good penetration and damage. The combination of the two at still very high accuracy, but the aim time, or excuse me, the accuracy is pretty poor. Aim time is good. So yeah, you got a pretty good gun here for its tier with the pen and the damage. The combination too is pretty good, but the accuracy is pretty bad. So yeah, it's a bit yeah. You know, these two are good, but it's really outbalanced by that. And at tier 1, it's excuse me, tier 2 in one games I was gonna say is very campy. You know, a lot of people just sit and just wait in ambush. And that's what you should do on a TD, but it's even worse in those low tiers. So you really kind of want that accuracy, in my opinion, for the best of. I mean, it will function. You know, it can definitely do. For the Germans, we have 62 pen, 60 damage, pretty good accuracy, pretty good aim time, good rate of fire. I would say this is a pretty damn good all-rounder gun. I mean, if you look at just all the subcomponents and, you know, what they amount up to, I would say that's a pretty good gun. On the Frenchies, we have the choice between two. There is a autoloader, or you have a normal, you know, damage pen gun. We have 66 penetration, which is not the best, I do believe, or is it? No, it is actually. No, the German. Wow, Russian. I can get my nation straight, really. 66 pen is one of the... Stop it, you weather. Stop it. 66 pen is pretty good for the tier. It means you can go through most things you come up against, so that's pretty good. Overall, I would say this is a pretty good gun, and this is actually one of my best tier 2s I've ever played because I got 10 kills in it. Was it in this one or was it in Renault UE 57? I don't know, in one of these two. I'm not sure actually now. But anyways, reasonably good accuracy. Okay aim time. I mean, compared to the 1.7 here. 1.7 there, 1.7 there. So aim time is a bit slower than the rest, but 1.9 is still not bad. I would say this is a very, very good gun. Especially if you compare it to the rest. This is probably one of the better guns if you look at accuracy, aim time, you know, the whole package. Rate of fire, everything. This would probably be the best gun. Well, the autoloader. 0.34 between shots, 6.5 seconds to reload. You have 10 shots per magazine. 50 penetration. It's still not bad, but it's one of the worst out of all of them if you don't count the howitzer gun. In fact, I think it is the worst. 57. Yep, it's the worst penetration. And 20 damage per shot. Yeah, I would say on a TD in this tier, you have no place for an autoloader. I mean, you have to be up close and personal to actually hit something with that pen and that accuracy. So I don't really see the point of this gun in this tier on a TD. I mean, on a light tank, I can understand because you can flank on a medium, okay, but a TD, no. So I personally would not go for that one. So let's take that one away. So we're left with that one, and the last one, the Russian, has a couple of guns. I've already filtered one out because it's pretty bad. It has 2.9 second aiming time. It might have the highest damage, but that's a long aiming time in low tiers. Hell, that's still a long aiming time in the high tiers, so I would say that that just doesn't function well enough for the reasonably fast-paced kind of low-tier game. What I mean is that a lot of people camp, but when they do get lit up, you get a lot of fire going back and forth from every side very quickly. So, you know, it's sort of fast-paced kind of action. Move these around a bit. Okay, so you have the choice between two guns. A smaller caliber with a high rate of fire. Less damage, less penetration per shot, better accuracy, better aim time. Or a slightly higher damage gun, higher pen, actually the highest pen, but less accuracy. So again, it is just down to your own preference, which one you want, which one you like. So I would say gun-wise, the best would probably be the French gun. It has one of the best accuracies combined with the highest penetration and damage per shot. The combo. I mean, there's more penetration on the Russian, but this one has more damage. Actually, no, it doesn't, but it does have the rate of fire. There we go. So overall, this thing can pump out the most damage for its tier with reasonably good accuracy and aim time. So gun-wise, I would say the Frenchie wins. But, you know, it's a Frenchie. Let's take a look at my service records. Vehicles. We sort it by tier. So annoying that it always comes a bit halfway. Okay. Let's see. We have the UAC 2-pounder. I've played 4 games in it. yeah. I killed 7 in 4 games. Not too bad. The German, I have done 3 games. Killed 8. Yeah, that's pretty easy in those tiers. Where's the next one? T18. I've only done 2 games in it. I've won both games. God, where is it? 3 kills in 2 games. Yeah, my Frenchie. I've done 19 games in that. 27 kills in 19 games. Victory percent wasn't that great, but I personally did pretty good with 8 kills. So I definitely did pretty damn well on that. So let's say we're missing one. Yeah, I didn't do too well on the Russian. This was a long time ago. I have to say that. This was like at the very early start when I started playing the game. The Russian TD line was one of the first I went down. So this was like when I started playing. So take these with a grain of salt. You know, I wasn't really all that great back then. Still I'm not all that great, but yeah, you know, can't judge it too much for something I did like 2 years ago. So that was it, I do believe, unless I missed one. So, conclusion. Overall, I'll run down the lines real quick. Great armor with a pretty good gun. Not the best gun, but a pretty good gun. The British, okay gun, fastest little thing, so good for a mobile sniper kind of thing. Other than that, not really great. The German has okay accuracy, okay damage, it's just nothing's really woohoo about it. French, great gun, best gun out of its tier. The German, that's German, wow. Why do I keep calling him German? The Russian has the highest damage gun. Pulled it up real quick. This one, 105 damage, is the most damage out of all of them. But slow rate of fire. The penetration is good, but the accuracy is bad, and the aim time is even worse. So if you really want to sit there and just chance it that you're gonna hit somebody, yeah, you're gonna smack them for about 50 to 80% of their health. But you know, it's slow reload and not a good chance that you're actually gonna hit. But it's the, you know, derpiest gun out there with actual penetration. I mean, there's the howitzer gun and the T18, but that's about it. So I would say that the T18 is the winner. You have probably seen a lot of these around, and it is the seal clubbing device for everybody who plays tier 2, I think. So probably the most played tier 2. I don't have statistics, but that would not surprise me if this was the absolute most played tier 2. I can't imagine anybody sticking around the British. Germans, no. Frenchies, not really. Russians, well, you know, if you want to get that high damage, then potentially, but for the Chinese, hell no. So, yeah, I would say that the T18 is our winner. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do you want a like a poll for me to put up somewhere, maybe on TechDragon.info, where you can vote for next week's, let's say, we're gonna do lights next week or whenever. We don't actually have, oh, there it is. We're gonna do light tanks, for instance. Do you want to poll and be able to vote on it ahead of time before I make the episode, so I can react to it in the episode, or do you want to vote at it, on it for this episode? So do you want to cast your vote on what you think is the winner of this week, and then I'll talk about it next week or next episode? Which way do you guys want it? Do you want to have a input into the result of next week or next video, or do you want to vote on this week's and see if you agree or disagree and why? So let me know in the comments down below how you want to do that. Or do you just want to comment? Is that easier for you so you don't have to go to an external website? Let me know, and we'll see what we do with that. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.